Hello and welcome to Outside Xbox, your watching show of the week. I'm Jane.
And I'm Mike, filling in for Andy, who's mysteriously disappeared. He's been missing for days now, actually.
Where could he be?
You're lucky you were caught, you know. The way the town feels about what happened, you were likely to be shot.
Andy, if you're watching, please come home. It's your turn to take out the bins.
I can't believe Andy has gone missing and no one is able to contact him.
And in the week, Red Dead Online came out.
I know! So unlucky for him.
He would love it most of all.
Yeah, you know what? I think I see what happened there. All right, real talk though. Andy actually hasn't disappeared
Hilariously.
without trace. He's actually on holiday.
Yeah.
For basically the first time this year. He
Pretty
works
much, yeah.
extremely hard. Hi, Andy.
Hello.
And he went on leave.
Really
in the
picked
week
the one,
that
yeah.
Red Dead Online launched its beta. Beta, if you prefer.
I don't. I prefer beta.
Whichever you prefer, imagine we're saying that
one,
version
yeah.
of it, okay?
Do some in-your-head translation.
Good day, gentlemen. Oh, don't do anything stupid. Nobody gets shot.
They sent out a news release on Monday night, I think
yeah.
it was, and I was like, oh boy, that's happening tomorrow. And I was on our group chat saying, hey Andy, Red Dead Online's coming tomorrow. And he's like,
I could hear the seething
yeah.
coming through
I'm
the
sure
chat
he's
window.
having a wonderful time on holiday.
Now, sir, how about you pick up these guns and we move out?
He was watching our Let's Play, which you can see right now in a card or something.
Probably.
Let's wave.
Wave.
I'm
Hello.
waving.
Hi, friend.
Hi.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes, nailed him.
That's what we're looking for.
Yes.
Wave.
Oh,
Hello. Come
hi.
back here.
Come back, Calvin. and he was checking that out and thinking on what his starter outfit would
And
be.
judging my starter outfit,
Harshly,
I'm sure. Yeah,
yeah.
harshly.
All right, that's me done.
Back to the rollout of Red Dead Online.
Yes.
By the time you're watching this, everyone who has Red Dead Redemption 2
Will have access.
will be able to access it.
We don't know for how long, but get involved. I guess it's pretty good.
Rockstar could pull the plug at any
Yeah,
time.
they could, yeah.
They're full of surprises. We did play it for a while last night.
Yeah, it was
on
good fun.
your account. What was your impression?
I really enjoyed it, actually. I think they've clearly learned a bunch of lessons from GTA Online.
I mean, not how to make the server stable on
No,
day one.
there were some server problems, which
We didn't get onto it till really late in the evening.
Yeah, it was quite late.
The Xbox version, I think, had a harder time of it
the PS4
with the
one.
servers than the PS4 one.
Oh, I'm done here. Here, take this.
It's quite story heavy for the prologue, but what I thought was quite interesting was the first proper multiplayer mission it puts you into was going and grabbing some horses,
Listen, I heard you wanted to earn some money.
and that felt very much like that kind of start of a heist thing,
Yes,
which was
yes.
a late addition to GTA Online. Heist
Yes.
didn't come along for quite a while, and it seems to be similar sort of mechanic there. It matches you up with a bunch of other players, and you go off and do a kind
And you
of
have a number
horse
of
wrestling
team
thing.
lives. Yeah,
Correct.
it felt very much like a GTA
Mini heist.
Online mini heist. But yeah, I take your point, because heist didn't come for ages after GTA Online launched, whereas they're there straight away in Red Dead Online, which is cool.
Well, also interestingly, I think with heists, because they arrived so late in the GTA Online experience, they kind of expected everyone to be super familiar with the controls and kind of have relatively high-level characters and relatively good weapons and abilities and things like that. So I think the heists in GTA Online are quite difficult.
Yeah, they
Whereas
are.
that horse stealing thing was a very nice entry-level
Yeah.
mission. I wasn't particularly taxed.
Baby's first
Yeah,
heist.
it was baby's first heist.
Well, Horley was right about you, dead right. Ain't that dandy?
Well, it was part of a tutorializing
Correct, yeah,
section as well. The first hour, maybe, is sort of hand-holdy before you get out into the proper free roam.
Yeah, yeah. And it feels like single-player Red Dead. There's high-quality cutscenes, great voice acting, good
Except
characters.
from you, the main
Except for
character.
me, yeah.
This is my brother, Clive. He don't talk. Maybe you two will get along better. Maybe not.
What do you think of the character creator?
I found it difficult to make someone who looked like me, but I guess I didn't really sort of dig into it as much as I could have done.
We really whizzed through that.
Yeah.
If you want to know what can be done with it, I'd say come back when, don't go away, but also come back when Andy's done his character.
He will spend
because
6 hours on that.
His will be the other end of the spectrum.
It's a process, all right, but a necessary one.
Yeah, I was surprised by the lack of hairstyles. Like, I would have thought there'd be hundreds of different sort of hairstyles.
I think
but
it's mostly they're going to be under hats.
Yeah, I
so
suppose,
they're like,
yeah.
why are we going to make a million hairstyles if they're all under
But I'm
hats?
going to get my hat punched off all the time.
Yeah, that's
like, I got into a
true.
fist fight in the middle of I was playing a showdown series with like a deathmatch thing. Most Wanted, it was called.
Yeah.
And a guy rugby tackled me.
Yeah,
and
because
like,
you paused to eat a can of beans.
Yeah, I know.
And then this guy comes along,
in and
tackles
rugby
you, and
starts
starts beating
thumping
on
me.
you.
I got away, and then I got shot.
I wonder if the reduced number of hairstyles is also to do with like the historical accuracy.
Yeah.
'Cause in GTA Online, you can have like any kind of modern dealie
Yeah.
or whatever, but they're all pretty period appropriate.
Yeah, and a bit like
in Red Dead.
scruffy, I think, in the way that you'd expect cowboy hair to be.
Yeah, because
But
also you start the game and you're a prisoner.
If it's all correct, I'll take a photograph. I'll need to see your fingers, palms to you.
So you're gonna look a little scruffed up. Maybe later in the game you can go to a barber and get yourself a kind of fancier haircut.
Maybe that's it.
You with the hammer, and you'll do.
Yeah, there are a lot of features from Red Dead Redemption 2
Yeah.
that have just been like fully
Wholesale.
transplanted into Red Dead Online, more than I expected actually.
Yeah.
So you still have cores. Your horse still has cores. You
Yeah.
still eat food. You still got a camp that can be moved around the map in a way that is sort of reminiscent of the main
Yeah,
game.
Oh, there you are, partner.
And
I was definitely expecting them to row back on more of the simulation
Yeah,
stuff because
yeah.
you're in a world where at any moment someone could ride over on a horse and shoot you. You know, do you know what I mean? Like a lot of the kind of slow-paced, kind of
Yeah.
more simulation-y elements don't necessarily sit with the kind of online world.
which
But
is intrinsically kind of sillier and
Yeah.
less realistic. So why are you bringing that kind of realistic simulation to it? But it does allow people to play that way if they like.
yeah, it was hilarious that warm-up before we played that Capture the Horse game, where it was just
Oh, chaos.
a massive like whirling maelstrom of horses
Horses
and
and
people
death.
and
Yeah.
shooting. But then we played a bit more later on in the free roam, and you know, we were like riding alongside other players, and they weren't shooting each other.
That's
We went
true.
into the kind of
With
saloon.
Armadillo Saloon.
Yeah.
What can I get you?
Had a little drink and no one shot us to death.
Yeah, that's the other thing worth mentioning briefly
Oh,
is
yeah,
that
the map.
Armadillo's in there.
Let's talk
right?
about the map. Not just Armadillo though, right?
Yeah, the whole of New Austin
Yeah.
is recreated for online, so it's definitely not just limited to the new stuff,
Yes.
essentially.
We went to the map screen and pulled down. You're like, oh boy,
It's a big old map.
huge.
And given that you're only going to have maximum, I think, 32 players, like, I'm not sure exactly
not
in free
sure
roam
about
how it
that.
works.
There's
But
32 players in the Battle Royale type mode.
Make It Count,
called
which
Make It
we've heard
Count.
about, yeah.
But clearly that could be just a temporary limit until they figure out what's possible.
technically possible. I think it's going to be, unless you're like aiming to run across other players, it's going to be quite rare. And also, unlike GTA Online, there's no way someone can fly past in a fighter jet and shoot you from the sky.
That we know of. Yeah.
That we're aware
A
of.
biplane. just
I mean, once they
scraping
start
you
getting the
from
old
an tiny-
microtransactions flowing, like I'm sure there'll be a plane in there somewhere.
Yeah.
TAC helicopter.
Come on, hitch up.
How do you feel about it? Like, what are the elements of GTA Online customization that you enjoy the most? And do you think they could be adequately like recreated in a cowboy times?
I'm really excited to make my character because
Hmm.
I think the entire time we were playing, we didn't see a single female
Yeah.
player character, and so I'm excited to see what's doable. Not least because obviously as Arthur Morgan, you know, you're dressing up as Arthur Morgan. I want to know what they've made available in terms of old-timey cowgirl stuff.
Yeah, the fashion. I mean, that lady who you meet early on, Mrs. Leclerc.
The widow Leclerc.
Yeah,
she
her,
looks like
her outfit is strong.
Hello, Jessica Leclerc. How do you do?
She looks like a cowboy vampire.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Really good.
Which you're like, can I just
Countess
have that
High
whole
Noon.
aesthetic, please?
Yeah, exactly.
Your very good health. I suppose it beats dying, hmm?
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
Other interesting things, Deadeye works completely
Oh
differently.
gosh, yes, we didn't even get onto that, which is, yeah, that's the feature that they obviously couldn't import wholesale from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Because slow-mo ain't going to work in multiplayer.
Yeah, yeah. You think about it and you're like, no, there's really no way you can slow down time for
Yeah,
one
they tried it in
character.
Max Payne 3, I believe, and it was still
Really?
weird.
How did that work then?
The way it worked in Max Payne 3 was, if you activated slow-mo, you and the
Yeah.
person you were aiming at both went into slow-mo, but you had better aim, like smoother aim.
Wow.
And then if anyone saw you in slow-mo,
You
they
just-
immediately went into slow-mo as well. It was this weird, like,
Yeah.
butterfly effect
So it
or
can't
whatever.
be done.
No.
That sounds so complicated.
It was really, really weird.
All right,
and
so we've
complicated.
agreed you can't do it.
For all intents and purposes, no, it doesn't work.
Instead, you've got 3 ability cards, I believe.
Yeah, you get 3 passive ability cards and
Yeah.
1 Deadeye ability card.
And you get the Deadeye ability card, or you get a Deadeye ability card quite early on. You have like a buff that you choose. You choose your Deadeye ability card, and that gives you a kind of substitute for Deadeye. You chose something where you could paint targets.
Yeah,
right?
so I chose the one that's probably closest to what Deadeye actually is, which is
Yeah.
that it allows you to paint targets, but obviously not in slow-mo, so it's a little more frantic. I did it once, and I don't even know if I shot the guy
Yeah.
or not. So that's how that works, but there were a couple of others that were a bit more just different kind of abilities that would be activated
Yeah.
instead of Deadeye. They're not really like Deadeye in the traditional sense. But
No, they're beneficial abilities that improve your shooting in some way, which is, I guess, an adequate replacement for Deadeye. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
How did you find the sort of PvP shooting? You got some kills.
I got some kills, yeah.
And a win on Capture the Horse. Or,
Yeah.
I can't remember what the mode was actually called.
Dispatch Rider it was called.
Dispatch
but yes,
Rider,
yeah,
basically.
capture the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. I think it was definitely that sort of sweet spot where the game's only just come out, everyone's kind of working out how it works, and I managed to sneak a win.
The point at which it's pure skill
Yeah.
and not about who's learned the map.
What Jane said,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's say that.
We played a deathmatch type thing in Saint Denis.
Showdown series is the name for their like collection of multiplayer modes,
Yeah.
I believe. And yeah, in Saint Denis, you racked up some kills.
Yeah, in
Most
a mode called
mode.
Most Wanted. Saint Denis was a really good place to have a shootout.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
much cover. It's really difficult when you're out in the plains and you've only got a few like low rocks and stuff. It's quite easy to get shot.
There isn't really cover.
No,
There's one bit where you're like crouched behind a sort of 5-inch high
Yeah.
rock, and you're like, that's not gonna help.
Yeah, and I got shot in the head.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saint Denis was great. Loads of sort of street furniture and stuff, and it just looks stunning.
Yeah,
And yeah, it was really fun. The gunplay was great. I think it was less immediately lethal than GTA Online because of the old-timey guns and stuff.
Yeah.
So it felt like gunfights were a little more tense. Like if you got engaged in a gunfight, if they got a lucky headshot, then maybe you'd go down. But otherwise, it was you had that little energy bars, and you could see yourself chipping away, and it was really satisfying. So I could see myself playing a lot of that, and the end screen is the best thing ever.
Oh boy, yeah. It's the winner of the match, surrounded by coffins, each coffin containing the losers of the match.
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes sepia tone, like it's an old-timey photograph, and it's just
We
hilarious.
just like, I think we all probably audibly gasped, or at
It
least we were
was
like,
so fun.
wow, because it's a real, it's just such a tonally like perfect sort of cowboy
Yeah,
representation
I'm sure I've
of
seen
it.
photographs like that, you know, old-timey photographs of, I don't know, a bounty hunter.
Yeah, or like a sheriff who's like, here,
Yeah.
look, here are all the outlaws, you know,
Yeah.
in their coffins.
A really bad
in
taste
their wooden
photograph
boxes.
of all these dead criminals.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, and I look forward to being not the person in the coffin,
Yeah.
but the person who's like, yeah,
Yeah, thumbs up.
someday.
One
Cool.
day, maybe.
Well, yeah. So good first impressions
Very much
after
so.
the initial
Server
server
issues.
nightmare. Yeah.
Like all beaters, really, I think. And yeah, really excited to play more of it. Still more sort of story type missions for me yet to go. So interested to see how they seed that story through the multiplayer. I suspect what will happen is you'll do a few stories and then it'll be like, all right, get to level 30 and you'll get your
then
next
we'll
batch
talk.
of
Yeah.
story
Yeah.
missions. But Yeah, really, really good. And
Looking forward to playing as a
posse,
group,
yeah,
getting the
we
posse
also-
back together, getting Andy involved,
Yeah.
and maybe we can convince Narascus, long-time GTA
He'll be
Online
there, I'm sure.
intern Narascus, to come back.
He'll wander into town. You know, the sun behind him silhouetted
Yeah.
against it. And
I imagine he looks like Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men.
but an actual cowboy.
But an
yeah.
actual cowboy, yeah.
Oh, it's going to be so good when Narascus arrives.
Yeah.
And then he'll have the most ludicrous horse with underlighting and a ditch
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
All right, well, stay tuned for more Red Dead Online. We'll play the beta for as long as we can. Who
Certainly.
knows how long that's going to last.
I definitely want us to rob a train as a posse.
Cool. Well, look forward to that, and let's go to the next part of the show.
Yeah.
Boy howdy.
Did you just call me boy?
No, Mike. Boy howdy. It's something they used to say in the Old West.
Really?
Yeah, like consarnit and dagnabbit and Smy Challenge of the Week.
What's my challenge of the week?
I'm glad you asked. Roll challenge.
Jane, what's happening?
Welcome to Tall Trees. You remember Tall Trees.
Oh my God.
You're falling
Oh.
on your face is
Oh,
what's happening.
God.
That's not a grand start.
No,
but
it's not.
This is Most Wanted mode. You've
Right.
already been nailed by an unseen opponent.
Right.
But your goal, your challenge
Okay.
this week
Yes.
in Red Dead Online is to get 100 points
100.
here in Most Wanted mode,
Right.
which is not as hard as it sounds. It is entirely possible to
Right.
do. So Most Wanted mode takes a little bit of explaining.
Yeah.
But basically, the most successful players have the highest value. So that guy had a 4-point value.
Right.
If you shot him, you would have gotten 4 points. Okay.
Got it.
Whereas the guy who's doing best on the match
We'll have higher points.
will have a higher points value. So if you can just nail a few of the really high rollers, you
Right.
get 100 points.
And this is Tall Trees from Red Dead
This is
1,
Tall
right?
Trees, yeah, looking
Looking
mighty
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a 15-y pointy man. So the highest points person must be the one that's called out on the map, right?
Yes, yeah, that's why everyone is just
Heading for that
homing
direction.
in
Okay.
on whoever it is
I get
with
you.
the most points because they're the highest
Oh,
value.
boy.
But also the
But
most lethal, you would assume,
Yeah,
or the most lucky.
You just, yeah. Ooh.
Whoa!
Oh, boy.
Cover's really hard here.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you can get behind a tree, but also you're vulnerable from every other side.
Jeez, I really need to start racking up some points. 'cause
Yeah.
it is not going well
Yeah,
right
so
now.
this isn't Mike's first rodeo, nor is
No.
it his first go on Most Wanted. And actually, Mike's done all right in previously.
Yes.
So 100 points is what I decided on as, as an adequate and fair
Well, I've got
challenge.
11 points.
There you go.
Just need to do that
See,
10 more
I think
times.
you can turn this around
Okay.
actually really fast. You just need a few
Just need to get a
juicy
few
lucky kills.
high value targets.
Also,
don't I?
because people's values get higher throughout
Yeah.
the match, so you know you can do a lot
Yeah.
of scoring in the late game.
All right. Sounds
so
good.
let's have it. All right,
There's some people.
there's a man.
Okay. I'm trying to be a bit more stealthy
Yeah.
than I usually would.
If only you had Arthur Morgan style Deadeye.
Yeah, oh, that'd
this
be
would
so
be
handy.
so easy.
As long as no
Oh,
one
there's a
else
one. There's a scrub one.
Do I want to get a
Go
scrub
and,
one?
yeah, go and get your one off him. Every little counts, Mike. Every
Okay.
1 point counts. Oh,
Oh.
he's getting away from you.
I need
and
to
you've given
reload.
away your position.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
That's
no.
what I didn't want to do.
Oh, no. I didn't
Right.
think about that. I didn't think about tactics
Yeah.
or strategy. It's not a very good tree for cover there.
No,
I'd keep moving.
it's much
keep moving.
skinnier
The
than I am.
crates, the crates are a much better cover, I think.
Right, come on, where's it? There's the one. There's the one
There's
guy.
the one. Get him.
Let's go and finish
Get
him
his
off.
filthy 1 point. Yeah.
Face.
All right, quick.
Hey, I'm
quick.
There we
yes.
go,
All right, so you've got 12 points now.
got him. Yeah. Trees
Alright.
are weird cover. They're so round.
Yeah, because they're round, you can just shimmy all the way
Yeah.
around the cylindrical base of this tree.
Look at all those points over there. Oh, there's a 13 up here.
Get him. Get him, Mike. Yes!
There we go. That's a 13. Okay, I'm a quarter of the way
That's more
there.
like it.
Oh,
okay,
20.
it's going to escalate here. It's going to be exponential from here. If you can get
Okay.
that 20, you'll be on a sweet 45 points. Careful.
I'm
Be
trying.
very careful. There he is.
There's an
Uh-oh.
18.
Oh, no, he's got beat
Oh,
on you.
no.
Oh, no. Oh,
All
no.
right.
He had the high ground.
But I've got a bit of momentum now behind me, I think.
Yes.
I've got some
indeed.
points on the board.
Yeah, you're a
If I
quarter of the way there.
If I could get the 24, I'd be almost doubling
And
my
you'd be
points
half
in
the way
one
there.
in one
Indeed,
shot.
that's maths.
Oh, but he's dead.
That's cowboy maths.
Yeah, it is cowboy maths.
Okay, be careful.
Okay.
Get
yeah.
good cover.
It's really difficult to see anyone.
Yeah, that's it. They're all camoed up. They're all in cowboy camo.
Let's get my
Which
gun
is
out. That'd be a good
leather,
start.
basically.
Okay, 25 over there.
Right, okay. All right, there's a
Everyone's
6. 6 on your way. Coming around
Okay.
this rock. Watch out. He's a 7 now. He must have just killed
Kill, kill.
Get him! Oh,
Why are
no,
those-
these old-timey dumb weapons.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah,
I got
there
him.
you go. All right, 32 points. That's not bad. Not
That's
bad at all.
Not going too badly, but I've only got 2 minutes
Man,
left.
he took like 8 shots in the spine.
need this
They were
guy.
harder back in the day.
They really were.
People were tough. Oh, here, get him!
I'm trying.
It's an easy pickings.
Oh my
That's
God.
a freebie, Mike. It's a freebie. Don't let him. Don't let him. Oh no, there's someone else to your left. Get out of the way.
Oh, I was reloading.
There's pretty good melee options if you get up close.
Yeah,
right?
there's like a rugby
As we
tackle,
found
isn't
out
there?
to our great cost. There's a rugby tackle.
Yeah.
And then you can just beat them while they're down on the ground.
Okay, but you do quite often get shot. Someone's on the way to 100 points already.
Yeah.
High value
Yeah,
ones
so
keep
the
disappearing.
red 90 on screen,
It's
the
the
mic
top
is referring to
top score.
is the top score.
Oh, okay. We've got a 20. Is that 28? Oh, 28 would be delicious.
Would? You could clean up with a 28.
27 over here. 27 to 28 coming through.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, I think you got to go for headshots because
yeah, I'm trying to steer it up, but
because otherwise you just draw attention to yourself.
He's on a 29 now after that. My value's only 11. Piddling 11.
Yeah.
Oh, I just need a couple of really good high value kills and
Yep, that's it.
I'll be pretty
You
close.
could just kill the oh, King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Come on, Mike.
Oh
Headshot.
my
No.
God.
Everyone's getting you with a headshot.
I know, I'm trying to steer it up, but
yeah,
it's just
you're finding them first. That's not your problem. It's just a headshot. There's a
Yeah.
lootable chest. I wonder if it'll have something a bit more killy in it.
killy. Yeah.
Killy,
That'd be
yeah.
good. Well, it's right nearby
Killier.
me, so let's go find out.
Killy and Murphy.
Yeah.
That's you with
Is
your
that-
Peaky Blinders flat cap.
It really is. Where's the lootable chest?
I don't
this it?
know.
Yeah, open chest.
No. Oh, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Machine gun, please.
Grab
yeah,
it.
Why not?
Yeah. An AK-47.
That'd be great. Semi-automatic
weapon out
pistol.
of
That's about as
time.
close as an AK-47 as I'm going to get.
Okay. Good.
So let's see how
Well,
this
make it
works.
count.
I'm going to try.
Make it count. Oh no, there's only 26
26
seconds
seconds.
left. All right, get that guy. You'll be up. Yes.
Yeah, got a kill.
60 points. Okay.
Come on.
Oh no, no, no. Someone else got him.
Someone else got him.
All right. Okay.
Oh, we're so close, but only 15 seconds
well,
left. I don't think I can manage
you
it.
just need a real high roller, real high
Yeah.
stakes, King of the Hill type.
There's-
24 to
there's
your
a
left.
24.
24.
Get
24. Get
target.
him. Oh, he's only got a tiny bit of health
I'm
left,
trying.
Mike.
I'm trying.
Get him. 4 seconds. Get him. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, 84.
84.
One more
84.
second.
No.
Oh, if I just...
So close. Who knows how many points that guy had?
no point for me, but not a bad performance in the end. I
That
got
was
a
a
bit
really
of
good
momentum.
old college try there. 84
Yeah.
out of 100 is a pretty good score.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
but there
where
I
are
am in
you?
a coffin.
Where are you? Oh, is that you?
Yeah,
oh, that's Mike
on
on
the
the
right.
right. I love these windscreens.
The guy who won's a more handsome version of me.
No wonder he won. Oh, yeah, he does look a bit like you.
He's got
Oh,
the
he's
same
like your
outfit.
tough older brother.
Yeah.
Oh, well, back to the studio.
After all that rootin' tootin' cowboy shootin', it's time to see what's written in the YouTube comments and in this note, left behind by Andy shortly before he disappeared.
In my absence, do not use the phrase rootin' tootin' cowboy shootin'. I'll know.
You won't know.
Oh, wait, there's more. Jane, I heard that.
Never mind. The first stop in our tour of the YouTube comments is our latest Hitman 2 video in which we attempted to assassinate Ned Stark facehaver Sean Bean, which it turns out is like shooting fish in a barrel, only instead of a fish, it's Sean Bean, and instead of a barrel, it's any role he's ever played.
Well,
Okay.
here we go.
Do it.
Oh, damn!
Damn.
Damn! Oh, jeez!
Commentator Tom Morgan had to rearrange his top 10 Sean Bean deaths, saying, I truly thought that the satellite to the face from GoldenEye was my favourite Sean Bean death, but Mike casually throwing an explosion at his head may have finally surpassed it. He would have hit a satellite if the ceiling hadn't been in the way. Maybe if I explode the ceiling first.
Maybe if you don't. Also, lots of commenters disappointed that we didn't sit through a lot of very expensive Sean Bean voice acting, such as XPDX, who says, if you guys waited during the meeting, Sean Bean would have asked you how you would have killed him with the things in the room, even the knife you almost picked up.
Hey, you can't have a Sean Bean just sitting there and not kill him. Just ask literally any Hollywood screenwriter, apparently.
That's right, and we're busy hitmen with people to kill, places to go. Just ask commenter Jeff Lamb, who also reckons you have a bit of an advantage there, Mike. Are we sure that stuff Mike picked up was actually an explosive, or is it just that Mike's superpower is that any random object he picks up instantly turns into a bomb?
It's a blessing and a curse.
What did we say about exploding the ceiling?
I have a gift and I can't control it. Next up this week are your comments on this video about video game hangovers that filled us with shame, regret, and occasionally a litre or two of sick.
Please enjoy, watch out for minor spoilers ahead for the following games, and also Krampus, for pity's sake, he's coming! It's Krampusnacht is soon, with the Rootin' Bundles, the birds, don't get your hands off me!
Not everyone paid heed to Andy's warnings about Krampus the Christmas goat demon though, such as this commenter, JX5924, who says, Andy, pipe down. I'm trying to read the spoiler list.
I mean, he's not here. Are we definitely sure he wasn't murdered by Krampus?
Yeah. Unless Krampus is on Andy's Xbox Live account playing Red Dead Online right now.
Oh, I knew it. Commenter Dragonborn isn't overly concerned about Krampus either, saying, "No, it isn't Krampus that you need to fear. The true evil you need to fear is your very opinionated uncle starting a political argument during dinner."
It's fine. We know exactly how to deal with opinionated uncles.
You're just dead wood now, Uncle.
You add an insult to injury?
Just make sure you get your uncle to pass you the pigs in blankets down the table first.
And for the last stop on our weekly inspection of YouTube comment highlights, here's a few from last week's episode of Show of the Week, which was partly about Fallout 76 and partly about Jane trying to pilot a helicopter, then leap from it into a swimming pool below with deadly results.
There's a pool under me.
Well, go for it. Why not?
All right.
Okay,
Go on,
attempt
Michael.
two.
It's happening.
All right. Let's
Oh,
see. No.
Quick, adjust your yaw. No, your yaw.
Dang.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what you were expecting. In the words of commenter Portentous Lad, making Jane fly a helicopter, that's not fair. You might as well have said that for this week's Challenge of the Week. Jane gets no point. Next week, Andy plays a game with character customization and not change the default outfit or hairstyle. Then Mike's is a Hitman Deus Ex Splinter Cell mission without getting spotted once. Hey, yeah, that should have been your challenge this week.
Too late.
Now that I think about it.
Yes, come
You
on.
coward, jump.
Get in the pool.
No.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
To that abject failure, kind-hearted commenter John Redican says, Jane managed to land in a pool of her own blood. That counts, doesn't it?
Oh, the judges say no.
I demand a recount.
The judges still say no. I am the judges.
Why can't I just hold
Okay,
steady? Tell me that.
You can.
All right,
Just stop.
dive out. Michael,
No,
jump.
This is.
Jump.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh no.
So we can all agree, no more helicopters for me.
To cap off the comments, here's commenter Weetos85 who caught our friendship endangering session of Mario Party in last week's livestream on Outside Extra.
They're random with the bonuses.
Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Commenter Weetos confesses that I was a bit worried when Jane and Andy once again lost the Mario Party and hours went by without Show of the Week. Glad to see the show's still going.
Ha! Of course it is. As if we'd let a little thing like a savagely unfair minigame collection come between us and Outside Extra.
Jane, do you want anything from the shop?
Mike, tell Ellen I'm still not talking to her.
Tell her yourself.
Fine. Ellen, I'm still not talking to you.
What?
I said I'm still not talking to you. Can you believe that we've come to the end of another episode of Show of the Week? I promised myself I wouldn't cry, and I won't.
Okay then, all that remains to be said is that you should press the bell icon and tell YouTube that you want to be notified whenever there's a new Outside Xbox video. If you do want to be notified whenever there's a new Outside Xbox video.
And of course you do. Who doesn't want that?
Yeah, I love notifications.
And bells,
Yeah.
I expect. What do you love about bells?
The jingliness of them.
Shapes.
The good tidings they bring, is that a thing?
Yeah,
Maybe.
almost.
Weddings have bells, they're good. Weddings are usually good, there's so much food. And also the union of two people who love each other, presumably, or are doing it for tax purposes.
Now that Red Dead Online is kind of out, do you think Andy's ever coming back?
Well, you better. I'm not taking out the bins.
Well, I'm not either.
They're really starting to smell.
You are.
Fine. There's only one thing for it.
Move to a new building.
Yep.
Let's go.